Size, I mean, all those guys kind of seem to be like 6'3".
Yes, sir. They do. 6'1", 6'2", 6'3" across the board. So, but we kind of got our guys that are 6'2", 6'3". So just preparing with those guys at practice will help us a lot in the game.
How much do you look forward to challenges like this when you know kind of a group's hot coming in? Do you look forward to times like this, seeing if you guys can stop them?
Yes, sir, definitely. It's a challenge every week, just going against any receiver core that we're playing against throughout the week. And it's just our job just to limit the big plays, limit the offense to scoring points and things like that, and just doing our job on defense. So.
With big physical guys like that, how much do you have to be just physical right there with them?
Physicality is part of the game, and when at times receivers think you're not physical enough, that's when they come at you and things like that. So we just got to be physical across the board.
Talk a little bit to your high school coach about kind of your progression as a player growing up. I mean, he talked a lot about what you've done in film study and how that's helped you. Have you always been kind of a big film guy, and what do you think that's done?
Yes, sir. Even throughout high school, not even with football, just any sport I played, I watched film, whether it was basketball, baseball, anything like that. So just the film study always gives you the chance to critique yourself, learn from what you did wrong, and just go out there and change it the next time around.
One thing he said is that it helped you kind of learn how to bait quarterbacks. And maybe early on you could kind of take a receiver out of the game, but you kind of learned how to force him to throw your way. And so
yes, sir, definitely. Just different techniques. Not keeping my technique the same every time going against a receiver, or not showing the same coverage with the quarterback and things like that. Just kind of playing a psychological game, getting the heads of the receivers and the quarterbacks, showing different tendencies that they didn't show before. So
when did you kind of learn how to do that?
Like I said, just a lot of film study, reading a lot of receivers' routes and stems and how they come out the huddle and things like that, looking at the quarterback, looking at their progressions and things like that throughout the course of the game, looking at the target of the receivers, how they throw the ball, when they throw the ball, just a lot of things like that. So.
I think Kurt talked about your notes. He said, do you keep like just a huge notebook from film
Yes,
study?
sir, definitely. I pretty much note down anything, whether it's just team meeting or position meeting, anything like that. I'm just constantly writing notes. I'm constantly just trying to get better, and then after those days of just writing those notes, I just go back and retain what I did. So,
I think your high school coach said, I guess when you came into high school, you were playing safety a little bit and receiver and stuff like that. And he said, you're going to be a corner. How long did it kind of take you to make that evolution, and when did you kind of realize that this?
When I first came into high school, he kind of had me moving around from nickel to corner to safety and things like that. And I've always just had the athletic skill and just the ball skill, just to going up and getting the ball and things like that. It took me a minute to get the corner because in middle school and things like that, all I really played was just offense. I grew up playing quarterback and running back and receiver, things like that. So the times they just stand out there, just getting the techniques down and things like that, and over time just practicing and things like that came natural to me. So.
Is Sutton is Treadwell one of those guys that, y'all don't see a lot of receivers who have the stature of the guys you see every day here on practice, Marquez, Kroon, those guys. Is Treadwell maybe the first guy y'all have seen this year that's that big, a receiver that has that kind of size and strength?
As far as playing wise, yeah, but I think our receivers are just as big, just as fast, just as physical. Going against those guys at practice every day just help us out a lot in the games. So we're prepared for speed and skill and physicality and the size and things like that throughout practice throughout the week.
When you look at Ole Miss offense, they run that kind of shotgun spread, no huddle, hurry up. Everyone in there, is doing that these days. Is there anything that makes theirs different?
Their tempo, just how fast they go on offense, and they got the guys in the right position just to make plays. And Bo Walls does a great job just facilitating the ball to receivers and handing the ball off to the backs. And those guys, like I said, they're a very sound group, whether it's with the receivers and the running backs, and they make plays for them. So.
Can you about Bo, what catches your attention about him from what you've seen on film, their quarterback?
From Bo?
Yeah.
Like I said, he makes great decisions back there. Like I said, he facilitates the ball well. They throw a lot of back shoulders, so that's kind of our emphasis this week. Like I said, he gets the ball around to all the guys and let them make plays, and that's how they put up so many points.
When you look at the situation with Jonathan Johnson and how he's able to kind of get open and make plays like that, what is it about him that makes him a good receiver? Because we just see him, he's not the biggest guy, he doesn't look like maybe the fastest guy, but he just kind of gets open.
Right. It starts throughout the week, and me and JJ talk a lot, and he's a competitor, and he's always hardworking. He always stays after. He's always in the film room. Even when I'm passing by the offensive side of the film room, I always see him in there, just trying to get better. And he makes us a lot better on defense because of the routes he runs how he gets open in the secondary and things like that. So we learned a lot from him in our offensive standpoint, as well as him progressing in his game, and it's showing out there on the field.
Did he surprise you at all?
No, sir, it definitely doesn't, because he does it throughout the week. So
I mean, at first, when he first kind of was here last year and he kind of started getting open, did that surprise you when you saw him play? Because he's not the biggest guy.
no, sir, I don't think it surprised us at all, because we know what he's capable of doing. And like I say, it shows throughout the course of the week when we're doing one-on-ones and team and skelly and things like that. He just always has a knack for the ball, and like I said, it's showing in the game. So.
Usually, like against a team, they'll have maybe one number one receiver and then a few other guys. Seems like Ole Miss has a few guys that are, could go off at any point. As a cornerback, that's going to be relish going against a team that's got a number of guys that can.
Yes,
that can
sir. Not just a cornerback standpoint, but a secondary. It's just a big challenge for us, and we accept all challenges. So it's just our job to go out there, play our game, play our style of football, be physical, and cause turnovers and get the ball back to our offense. So.
Do you expect to be? I mean, do they move you from side to side, or does it just kind of depend on the call of the defense?
It depends on the call of defense, but we got a couple schematical things where I'll be matched up with some guys here and there. But throughout the course of the week, we're all just playing whatever our coverage is. So.
Two more.
Cam, Tennessee hasn't beaten a SEC West opponent in 7 games. How much would that mean to you and as a program to finally get a win over an opponent on the other side?
Definitely a big thing for us, especially on the road. And anytime we can go in anybody else's backyard and win on the road and things like that, take out the crowd, take out all the things we can't control, and come out with a win, it's definitely a big step for us, and it's just something we can build off of. So we're looking to go in there with road focus and hopefully come out with a win.
Cam, talk about how some people stepped up. Devin Young went down, and you guys stepped up on return. Talk about other players that stepped up.
We have a lot of guys that stepped up on offense, defense, and special teams. Guys just getting more reps. Guys are getting more confidence in their game, and they're knowing what to do. They're always asking questions. As far as like the secondary wise, we got guys TK, Evan, Mosley. He's stepping in there doing a great job. D-Payne is stepping in there doing a great job. So it starts throughout the week of practice and in the film room. Like I said, they're getting more confidence, and it's starting to show on the field. So.